Late Night Health continues. We're talking about the brain. I'm Mark Alyn. I have one. You have one. And our job today is to get your brain healthy and to keep it young. Our guest is Mark Underwood. He's a neuroscientist and the CEO of Quincy Bioscience. He's created a product called Prevagen. It's available nationwide. And there's a URL for that, too, a website. What is that website, Mark?
The website is www.prevagen.com. That's Prevagen.com.
Prevagen.com. And we'll give a phone number out. I think you have a phone number as well?
We do.
And what is that?
Actually, we have a special offer for your listeners tonight.
Okay.
With the purchase of 2 bottles of Prevagen, we're going to throw in the 3rd bottle for free. And we're going to throw in a free copy of our Brain Health Guide, which we've written, that contains lots of tips and information about how to address brain health issues. There's a toll-free number for that offer. For your listeners only, it's 888-814-0814. So it's toll-free, 888-814-0814. And if it's a purchase of 2 bottles of Prevagen, which is a 2-month supply of Prevagen, we're going to throw the 3rd bottle in for free and give you a free copy of our book, The Brain Health Guide, to help you learn more about the tips for having a better memory, how to recognize if you have a memory issue. Basically, gives you everything you need to know about keeping your brain safe and healthy.
I mentioned a couple of things, doing computerized games. Also, I mentioned giving your brain a vacation. So let's start with the computer work. A lot of people are doing these things where, they're almost like a crossword puzzle.
Sure.
You see a picture, it goes away, and you have to remember what you saw.
That's right. We've got a comprehensive game site for challenging the brain and training the brain, which happens to be another website called PrevagenGames.com. And if you go there, that's a completely free service. You can play those different types of games. Memory match, Sudoku, there's crossword-type puzzles. There's a bunch of puzzles that are there that I don't know the names of them specifically, but they're there to help sharpen your responses and train the brain, and you can track your results. You can do all kinds of great things. This is right at PrevagenGames.com.
PrevagenGames.com. And these things do help.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
What about giving your brain a vacation? I mean, people are going to be going to Hawaii and Europe, and I don't think Madison, Wisconsin is a vacation spot, but everybody's going to do something during the summer months.
That's right.
Okay.
Going on a vacation a week at a time is great, but how often, realistically, can we do that? Once or twice a year? We need to condition ourselves that we're taking these mini vacations, finding some time during the day or during the week that we totally shut down, that we totally relax, that we totally turn off the phone and step away from it. Our brain actually needs this time to restore itself. That's actually what the sleep process is supposed to do for the brain. Sleep at night is supposed to be your brain's vacation so that it can reformat the hard drive every night and you wake up with a clean slate. But a lot of us, we're too wired in, we're too busy, we can't take a break, and we're breaking down the brain because we're so busy and we're so overstimulated. Just like an athlete that exercises every single day and never rests and recovers, they end up with less muscles than when they started because they break them down. You need to rest and recover your brain so that it stays healthy. And that's something that we do have covered in the Brain Health Guide, is that need to keep the brain in a better state of condition. So you got to carve out. Maybe it's 5 minutes a day. Maybe it's taking a lunch, leaving your desk behind, not thinking about work, making sure that Saturdays are just for rest and relaxation. Those are the types of things we need to take care of and give our brain that break it so desperately needs.
And what about the amount of sleep? What do you recommend?
Well, you certainly need to be in that 8-hour range.
Oh, my.
I realize some people swear they can live off of less, but there's a lot of brain health issues because people want to sleep and can't sleep. So do whatever you can, early to bed and early to rise. You've heard that saying before.
Absolutely, Ben Franklin.
Very wise. So when the sun goes down, you should go down, Go to sleep early. Turn off the lights, turn off the computer, turn off the TV screen, take the phone out of your hand and actually get some good sleep.
But that's when I mentioned that I read a lot.
Well,
and I read at night just before I go to bed.
I think you've got a healthy. I think you've got a healthy habit going on there, Mark. That's good for you. And do you fall asleep reading?
I fall asleep reading on my iPad. The iPad shuts off in 10 minutes, and it's great. Last night wasn't so great. For whatever reason, I went to bed early. I read for over an hour, fell asleep, and I woke up at 1 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock. It's just one of those things.
I'm going to have to get you some Prevagen. You're going to let me know if it changes anything about your brain or your sleep patterns.
We
see a lot of people that actually dream a lot more. This may sound weird, but they have a hard time sleeping. They start taking Prevagen. They start sleeping more deeply, and they dream a lot more.
There's a special offer right now. If you call 1-888-814-0814, 888-814-0814, and there's a special offer. Buy 2 bottles of Prevagen, and you'll get the third one free. You can also go to Prevagen.com. Prevagen.com. We're going to have Mark back. He didn't know this, but we're going to come back and talk more about sleep and some of these games to keep our brain functioning. Mark, thanks for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. I'm Mark Alyn. Late Night Health continues. We're going to talk about a very important part of your life, your sex life, coming up next on Late Night Health.